Welcome back to another video. Usain Bolt's father, Wellesley Bolt, was laid to rest in a heartfelt ceremony in Trelawney held at the Falmouth Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Honorable and Jonas, all other protocols observed. Good afternoon, everybody. It's been 2 weeks. I was trying to figure out what I was going to say, what I was going to write, and I just decided to come up here and just speak from my heart and just tell you stories and just about the character of who my dad was. First thing was time. He was an on-time person, so I know he's very impressed that we actually started on time because I was worried that we're going to be late, so I'm happy that we actually started on time. He was a very giving person, as we were talking about the shop. That shop cost me a lot of money. A lot of money. As I said earlier, all he did was give, no matter what or who. Anybody from Sherwood Content can tell you that they could always go to you and say, it's about to appear tomorrow, which you know he would probably get the money, but he would give. So he was always a giving person. And it's something that I grew up with. And I remember through the years, my mom and dad would always say to me, you're saying you can't give away all your money. And I was like, what you want me to do? That's what you taught me to do. To always to give and to support and to help. So it was a good thing. When it comes to respect, anybody who knows me know I'm very respectful, and I give that up to my mom and dad. They always make sure I'm focused and on time, and it's something that even with the same shop, no one could go in there and be bad, and no matter how old you were, he would tell, listen, get out of the shop, stand outside. You have no respect, you can't come in here. And that's how my dad was, and that's how I'm trying to grow my kids to have respect and to understand and to listen. And for me, hard work. Throughout my life, I've worked hard and I've dedicated my life to sports and track and field to be the best that I possibly can. And that's one of my biggest lessons that I learned from my dad, to work hard and to be dedicated. And he that just only told me. I watched him work hard and provide for my family and provide for us. And just, there's nights that I didn't even see my dad when he was working for the coffee industry. He would be up early and he would be in late. And I knew and understand because my mom would always say, listen, your father is working hard to make sure you can get everything that you need. That's one thing he always tell me. You can get everything that you need, not what you want. So that was always something that I always respect. And I, as a son, I grew up just loving him, and the tough times when I used to get in problems and get the beatings and all them something, I am very happy. I tell people all the while that I wouldn't change anything about my childhood because my parents did an excellent job raising me, and I'm really happy about that. And my father was tough on me, always, but for me, I always know that he just wants the best and want me to grow up and to be a good person, a good man, and to now have my kids of my own. I'm definitely going to try to live up to his character and live up to who he was and try to be the best that I possibly can be to my kids also. And at the end, I just want to say I love my dad. He always supports me, and he's a very kind person, and he's always willing to help and to be strong and just to be that shoulder that anybody can lean on. And I just want to say to my mom, she's here right now, Mom, just know that I'm here for you fully. I'm now your husband and your child. So just know the support is here. You're going to get tired of me now because I'm going to be a lot more in your life. But thanks everybody for the prayers and the love and the well wishes and everything. Happy to see a big turnout. Thanks to all the ministers for coming and supporting. I feel the love and I really appreciate it. And I just want to say, Pops, don't worry. I have Mama now, so thank you very much.
The Thanksgiving ceremony is always a time of grief. And as I entered the church and I shook the saints' man. When I looked him in the eyes, I saw his grief. But I want to say to you, Sam, the entire nation mourns you. The entire nation embraces your family and surrounds you with prayers at this difficult time. As I sat there trying to collect my thoughts, I immediately looked up some of the things you said about your father. And in an interview, you said that my father didn't speak much, but when he spoke, we listened. And I believe that summed up the character of the man. See, I got Usain this time. I believe that summed up the character of the man. But Usain also said that whatever I am today, it was because of my parents. He gave credit to his parents. It is not easy to be a world champion. And I'm certain that it would have taken Usain's village to raise him to become this world champion. But it all started in the home. And so I decided to accept the late invitation to speak and not to stay too long because a long list of persons giving tribute. But Usain is a global icon, a national hero, a national asset.
The values which he cherished, he shared with his parishioners, providing them with food for the spirit, and from the grocery shop, which he operated for 15 years, until 2017, he supplied their everyday needs. Indeed, Wellesley could well have opted to move his family from Sherwood Content for more ostentatious living, but chose to remain among his people, no matter the wealth which came his way. And demonstrating his love for his community and for sports, he would play a game of cricket with his friends in the community ever so often. We all know that cricket had been Usain's first choice. I'm told, Usain, cricket was your first choice before you turned to athletics and created history. It was so touching for me to hear some of the comments from those who were working on preparing Wellesley's final resting place, saying that they had to come out early because Gideon was their friend. Look how many persons have come with tools ready to dig. It shows how much Gideon was loved and respected. And I'm saying Gideon because that was the name he was fondly called. Am I right, Miss Jennifer? Gideon. So one lady said she was doing it on behalf of her mother, who worked with Gideon at the coffee board. He treated my mother, she said, and us with love and respect. I am honoring him with what I'm doing today. The report that I read in the paper continued to say, from as far away as the United States, Bermuda, England, all over the world, friends and well-wishers would have been gathered here today to honor the man who raised a global star. And there was merriment at the grave preparation exercise, I understand. None of those gathered were going to weep for Wellesley. Rather, they were giving thanks for the life of their friend, with tools and drinks in hand as they worked. A measure of the high regard and respect people had for Wellesley. So today, I offer my sincerest condolences to Miss Jennifer, to her children, to Usain, Sadiki, and Christine, and to Usain's family, and to the extended family. It is going to be a difficult time. It is a difficult time. But I encourage you to be comforted by the memory of an incredible good father. Rest well, Gideon. As a community man and father, you have run your race, and you too have earned gold.
He was the kind of father whose legacy lives on through the greatness he inspired in his children. May Usain Bolt, his mother, his siblings, family, and loved ones find comfort in the love and support that surrounds them, wishing them peace, strength, and healing in the days ahead.